Hey guys, it's Nikki on the go. So I am here. I'm excited to be interviewing Lee Ann with Timeless Concerts. How are you today?
Just fine.
Well, thank you for being here. Lee Ann, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a professional violinist and from Enid, Oklahoma.
Love it.
Yes, my dad was taking me to Tulsa for violin lessons by the time I was in junior high. So obviously I was quite interested in music, and I went to University of Houston right out of high school. I mean, that summer I was there at age 17 studying with the artist in residence at University of Houston, Fridell Lack, who was a concert violinist. She's of course passed away quite a few years ago. Did get my degree, my bachelor's degree in violin performance at SMU. And long story short, I ended up getting a job in Fort Worth Symphony, so that's why I'm still here. My first job was Dallas Opera Orchestra. So I have a real love for the beautiful human voice when it's good. I mean, you know. So I just love the operatic voice. My mom was an opera singer.
Wow.
In St. Louis until my dad dragged her to Oklahoma. Then she became everyone's favorite wedding singer.
Love it.
But I mean, she didn't really oppose. Obviously, she had a good career for a while there. But anyway, yeah, I had a lot of years of struggle after college. Because professional orchestras, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted an orchestra job. They don't have openings every year. In fact, I don't think Dallas Symphony has had a violin opening for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then hundreds of people want to audition. I think the last statistic I heard was that there are about 5,000 people in the whole USA employed by full-time orchestras. So I feel very blessed that I did get into Fort Worth Symphony. It was full-time. Dallas Opera has a short season, so a lot of them do teaching or other jobs with other arts organizations. But yeah, I was at Fort Worth Symphony 17 years, loved it. It's a hard job because you're working when everyone else isn't.
Right.
Day off is Monday. They're there rehearsing at Bass Hall 10 to 4, Tuesday through Friday, and then you do concerts Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday matinees. So, you know, after we had our 2 daughters, after a while, you know, when they were older, it was a little hard. And it's hard to, you know, you can't go out for the weekend, go off for the weekend someplace. Your social life is having your friends come with you to the concert. You go out to dinner,
yeah.
and then you go to the concert together. And so anyway, I loved it, but the schedule is hard. That's 40 weeks a year. And believe me, if you don't see the symphony at Bass Hall some week, believe me, they're playing someplace else. They're out of town or in schools doing educational concerts. So I dreamed up Timeless Concerts, and my husband kind of always encouraged me to go out on my own. I'm like, you're crazy. He's like, yeah, you should try. I'm like, I don't know. And I would kind of think, you know, it'd be neat if I could have a concert in a place where people could stay right there and have a party together afterwards. Because a lot of times after a concert, we'd want to go out and you can't find parking, or it's just not every place is open, or it's crowded. And but it'd be so nice. Make it a social thing too. So it was 2007 when I started, and we used the old Casherelle restaurant ballroom.
Yeah.
And it had terrible acoustics, but I thought, well, for the first few, I want to be someplace where people already know about the place, and the restaurant kind of advertised it for me, and people enjoyed it. They liked the concert. They had a good time. They had an hour-long concert, and then there was a dinner served afterwards. It was very expensive. It was an investment. You we did not expect to make money that year. That's how it was, and we were kind of building audience, and I had to become a nonprofit organization.
Wow.
Because you don't get grants, you don't get free listings on the arts calendars and events, in magazines and newspapers, unless you're a nonprofit. So my husband had a friend who is a lawyer and helped me do that, accomplish that. And then, things kind of took off. We could then get a discounted rate at venues. We performed at the Arlington Museum of Art for quite a few years, and as everyone local probably knows, they're no longer downtown here. We had to find a new place while they were in that transition, and we really loved the Hickman Center in Fort Worth, and our audience really likes it. But some were kind of mad we went to Fort Worth. So we're like, well, maybe we should have a place in Arlington too, and do the concerts in doubles.
Nice.
And so anyway, a friend of mine who had an art gallery with a grand piano in it, which we use for every concert, grand piano and strings, said, well, why don't you try it? Try doing the concerts in doubles. And I was worried we'd just split the audience, not sell enough tickets at each place. But it sold out. It wasn't a big place, but I was like, wow. And so that's how we started doing the concerts in pairs. And now we use River Legacy as our Arlington location, and they work with us on the price. It's a low price we can afford. And the Fort Worth one, the Hickman Center, I love it because they're owned by ACH Child and Family Services, so our rent goes to them.
Nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful historic building. But a lot of people are shocked that it costs $11,000 to produce each pair of concerts, because I'm paying professional musicians, and then we have to pay the venue rent, pay the cost of the piano to be taken. So it's expensive, and we want to keep tickets affordable. They're $35 senior, $40 general, and you have to have grants to do that. Because even when we sell out, it doesn't make $11,000. So it's just constant fundraising, planning. What music are we going to play? What theme should we have? We have themes like Evening in Italy, when we'll play Vivaldi. The last Vivaldi we did was Winter, and then we'll pair it with beautiful Puccini opera arias, or really fun Italian songs that a lot of people kind of recognize. Yeah. My tenor last concert sang this Italian song called Funiculi. Do you know?
I don't think I've heard that one. No.
Right, is it that one? Oh, I need to find a recording of it. So get a recording of it when we.
Yeah.
But the song was made because of a challenge. The composer was challenged to write a song about a funicula. It's one of those little cable car lifts that takes you up a hillside. And anyway, he did write. It was based on a bet. I bet you can't write a song about a funicula. I'll have to say this better and get the video to you. But anyway, we try to keep the concerts fun. It's an hour followed by a party. They're in the same place.
I love that concept.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And a lot of people don't know this, but I love music. I love classical music. And it's just, I think it's such a beauty to have you guys be in Fort Worth and in Arlington. I mean, it's a gift to the residents here, and just all over the Metroplex, just to be able to enjoy the beauty of what you have to offer. I love that.
Yeah, and it's a social thing too.
Yeah.
And you go to a 2-hour movie or a 2-hour concert, and you can't talk during it. And my concerts are 1 hour. I think it's enough.
Yeah.
I really do. And then they're welcome to stay another hour or two. And we always have snacks, and they're all free.
Yeah.
Snacks and soft drinks and wine. And you can bring your own wine to the Hickman, but they have a rule, you have to leave the bottle with the
You have to leave the
but
bottle
that's
there.
okay. I think they had instances of people knocking over the bottles or something, you know.
I love that. Well, I think that's really what I know you have some concerts coming up in September
Yes.
and November.
Yes.
Let's tell the audience a little bit what they can expect and how they can get those tickets, because I know we're going to have audience members that are interested in coming to some of your shows on there.
Yeah, you know, I should have mentioned the ensemble is piano, violin, and cello, and sometimes another violin, and we always have a tenor and a soprano. So yeah, we're able to do a lot of great music. But timelessconcerts.com is the website. Just go there to get tickets, and they do sell out usually because we're acoustic, so we don't play in venues that seat more than 200 people. And that's part of what makes it special too. It's chamber music the way it should be presented, acoustic. Anyway, yes, our theme for September is music of the Spanish language. And it's one of our more popular themes. There's a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous chamber music for piano and strings written by a lot of Spanish composers. Not so much from Mexico. Those composers seem to focus more on big orchestras. It's interesting when I play music from the past 400 years. I mean, we look at classical, baroque, the Romantic era, and even current. For our American themed concerts, we've had music of John Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, the Princess Leia theme is beautiful on violin and piano. Wow, I'm talking in circles here. So, music of the Spanish language, instrumental music by some of the Spanish composers like De Falla and Enrique Granados, and then songs of classic Mexico. My tenor, Sergio Cepeda, also sings mariachi.
Really?
So we'll have him singing operatic music, and also he's going to accompany himself on guitar on a classic mariachi song.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we pretty much do that every September. We tend to do the Spanish language music in September, and we call it music of the Spanish language because everything isn't from, we can't call it Evening in Spain.
Right.
Because everything's not from Spain. We'll even have some music of Cuba and tangos from Colombia.
Oh, I love this. Yes.
Yeah.
My family's originally from Santo Domingo in the
Oh.
Dominican Republic, so I love that.
Oh yeah. So September 6th, it'll be in River Legacy, the Nature Center, and September 20 in Fort Worth at the Hickman Center. And they're always Saturdays at 8 p.m. And as I said, after the concert ends around 9:15 or so, feel free to stay till 10 or 11.
I love it. I love it. So a glass of wine, lovely music, some snacks, and just good company.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great way to spend a Saturday night. I'm telling you, that
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
I mean, I want to go if I just
Yeah.
and the singers always talk about the song and translate it, and sometimes they have really funny stories. And Granados from Spain. Now he was invited to play one of his piano works at the White House. He was very popular in the early 1900s. I think it was 1914 when he was invited to play at the White House.
Wow, that's amazing.
He was like a rock star of classical music in Spain. Yeah. Had groupies, women chasing him around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I love that. So September 6th and September 20th, they can catch you in Arlington on September 6th. September 20th, they can catch you at the Hickman Center in Fort Worth.
Right. Quite often people think, a lot of people don't even know that Fort Worth Symphony is a full-time job. Fort Worth Symphony and Dallas Symphony are full-time jobs. And I'm saying this for a reason. It's because some people don't know I'm a full-time musician, because Timeless Concerts performs 10 dates a year.
Right.
And they're probably thinking, well, what does she do the rest of the time? Trust me, all of my musicians are wonderful professional musicians. When we're not performing with Timeless Concerts, my singers may be performing with Fort Worth Opera or an opera out of town, performing recitals. They have students. Like I said, Sergio also does mariachi. He does all types of singing. And my cellist is also the principal cellist of Richardson Symphony. She also teaches cello in a university and has quite a few students in a home studio. I have violin students in a home studio. I don't have that many because I'm so busy running Timeless. And I also play in Waco Symphony.
Wow.
That's 7 weeks of the year. I can work as a substitute in Dallas Symphony. We're freelancers. We're not full-time in Dallas Symphony or Fort Worth Symphony. We're freelancers. And there are a lot of orchestras around Texas that are part-time jobs. Like Richardson is part-time. It's not a lot of weeks of the year. Same with Waco, Abilene, Plano has one. So you just piece together a lot of different arts organizations to earn your living. But yeah, these are paid professional musicians.
That stay busy. You're staying busy. That's good.
I'm so glad we're with Timeless. And we're all close friends. We've all become very close. And, you know, I might change a date if I figure out, I have to look a year ahead for venues. And then I have to ask Richardson Symphony, when are your concerts, so I can be sure my cellist can play with me.
Yeah.
And there are times one of my singers has had to have a substitute and recommended someone because they had something else. So anyway, it's very complicated being a freelancer. You have a lot going on.
Well, we're so thankful for Thomas Concerts and the beauty of the art that you bring. It is an art. It's a beautiful art. And so I'm very thankful. Leanne, thank you for being on this show. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're educating again September 6th and September 20th. You can go online to get the tickets, but tickets sell out quick, guys. So definitely check out the website. Grab your tickets now before they're sold out. Leanne, thanks again for being on the show.
Oh, yes, and one more thing. Be sure you go to Timeless Concerts Facebook page and follow us, and there are lots of videos there.
Love that.
So you can see what we do, and there are videos on the website too. And there's also a video on the website that explains my mission, because part of my mission is not only to keep beautiful music of all eras alive, but also to raise up the next generation of art supporters, which needs to be done.
Yes.
So I allow youth ages 11 and up to come free to the concert.
And what's your Facebook page one more time for our audience?
Just Timeless Concerts.
Timeless Concerts.
Yeah.
Guys, let's go like Timeless Concerts Facebook page. Let's get those tickets before they sell out. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next episode. Take care, guys. Bye.